It's 3, 2, 1. We are live to the audience. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, friends, and welcome to Live Pharma Coalition, a global knowledge and networking platform for pharma professionals. Today is the 142nd episode of Live Pharma Coalition. And in today's episode, we are going to touch upon one of the very important element of pharmaceutical sales and marketing, and that is called on-the-job training. How a manager can coach and train his pharmaceutical sales executive for a higher performance. You all will be agreeing with me that the role of first line manager is considered as the most vital role in the pharma industry because he is the link between the head office and the field. So whatever head office team want to communicate to the team, they will communicate through the first line manager only. On the other hand, whatever the issues, problems, grievances are there at the team level, they will be communicating to HO through first line manager only. He is the mouthpiece for them. And that is why it is very critical that first line manager should have very sensitive role in creating a bridge between the company and the team. So in this, the most important element, as I told, is joint field work. Most of the managers in pharma industry, they do 4 or 5 days joint field work with each and every MR. And during this day, during this joint field work time, this is a golden opportunity for the manager to coach, train, and develop his team. So today's topic, we are going to discuss about what are the different aspects of coaching. So before going to the topic, a brief introduction of Live Pharma Coalition. As you know, our Live Pharma Coalition is a global knowledge and networking platform for pharma professionals. We go live every Sunday on Facebook and YouTube. And very recently, we have received Pharma Ratna Award for longest running webinar in the healthcare segment. And for that, we are grateful to each and every one of you. Not only that, this is the core team member of Live Pharma Coalition who are continuously working to create a platform of learning and sharing. Our mentors and advisors who continuously guide us, support us in this learning journey. And also, this is some of the glimpses of LPC 100 Conclave Mumbai, LPC 125 Conclave in Ahmedabad, and LPC Pharma Conclave 3.0 at Navi Mumbai. And as we mentioned earlier, we are gearing up for LPC 150 Conclave, 150 glorious episodes of Live Pharma Coalition in Department of Pharmaceutical Management, Naipur, Hyderabad. So it is a great occasion when we'll be collaborating with an premier educational institute, National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research. And we will be holding our Mahakumbh of pharma industry. So we welcome you all to be a part of this learning and sharing journey. The date is Sunday, 12th of March, 2023, and the venue is Naipur, Balanagar, Hyderabad. For details, you can contact any of the core team member of Live Pharma Coalition. And then these are the speakers who have already shared their consent for LPC 150 Conclave. Mr. AVPS Chakravarti, Global Ambassador, World Packaging, Dr. PK Rajput, Executive Vice President, Cadila, Mohammad Shahbaz Alam, MD, Shahbaz Pharma, Ramesh Juneja, sir, Vice President, Reliance Netmed, Manoj Saxena, Head of India and Southeast Asia, Bayer, Dilip Singh Rathore, President, JB Pharmaceuticals, Devashish Sarkar, Aurobindo Pharma, Mr. Sudeep Dey from Acumentis, Mr. Susil Barkur from Elkem, Mr. Kiran Kalwadia from Healthcare Formulations, Mr. O.P. Singh from Acumes Drug, and Dr. D.P. Gupta, Mr. D.P. Gupta from MSN Laboratories. So we look forward to you all for this great event. This is the media coverage. And as I mentioned, these are some of the glimpses of LPC. Thank you very much. And we want to, in this occasion, we want to thank our media partner, Imagika Health, for continuous support in live streaming our sessions. And in today's session, as I mentioned, LPC 142 is on-field coaching. And for today's session, we have two of the eminent speakers, Mr. Shiv Shankar Maurya. He is Sales and Marketing Head in Uderma Skincare Limited. And Mr. Himal Pandya, he is the Regional Sales Manager for Novo Medisciences. So welcome Shiv Shankar to LPC. What is your opinion about the topic joint field work? Shiv Shankar.
Sir, it is most important. First of all, I really thanks to LPC, especially Yaswant sir and ICS sir for giving me opportunity to have my view on this particular topic. And the coaching during the field job is most important aspect because it has got many things uh, to be displayed in front of the medical rep to with whom we are working. So coaching on the field is all about developing the person to be the best, sir. And it is also help us to establish a connect with the team. And sir, with the coaching on the joint field work, we can check few of the points like in clinic activity of my team, the performance inside the clinic, the communications, and how much he is having the knowledge about the strategy which company is in place, and the how he is following all the strategy. So it makes a lot of impact in terms of increasing his performance in the achievements, as well as increasing the company reputation in front of the doctors, and overall his um, view, overall his role in terms of establishing the company, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Shiv Shankar. We look forward for learning from you. And then we have Mr. Himal Pandya. Himal, thank you very much. In a very short notice, you accepted, both of you accepted our invite. We are really grateful to you. What is your opinion about the topic, Himal?
Sir, thank you very much for giving me opportunity to talk here. I would like to thank Pharma sir also and team LPC to invite me here. Sir, along with what Shiv Shankar sir has told, I would like to add a few more points. I want to say that whenever my manager is interviewing any person and selecting any person, I always say that your responsibility is not only getting the business from that particular person, but we have to extend our part by increasing his professional and personal growth too. When it's come to joint fieldwork, the joint fieldwork, I find that it's very impactful for the growth of our team actually. As sir has rightly mentioned about whatever day-to-day activity we are doing it, and mainly about that particular person, we can only know when we are working with them, and we should not forget that they are also actually finding the opportunity to know their boss. So when they are comfortable with their bosses, they confidently they will able to day-to-day work activities.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your opinion. We look forward to learn from you, and it will be going to be a very interactive session. And with me as a co-moderator, we have our own ICS Verma sir. Sir, thank you very much once again, and happy Makar Sankranti to each and everyone. I forgot I was there with ICS sir yesterday. So today also is Sankranti, Pongal, Onam, and Lohari in Punjab. So best wishes to each and everyone on the festival season. So ICS sir, thank you very much. A brief opinion about on the job training, ICS sir.
Yeah, thank you, Yashwant. And welcome, Shiv Shankar and
Himal.
Himal. So we have very important and one of my favorite topics today. So that's why when Yashwant asked me that, I quickly came and wanted to share because see, when you go to the field, you'll find different kinds of managers, especially the maybe a regional manager, a zonal manager. When they come into the field work, most of the times the territory manager or the rep things that he will feel tensed. What happens, how my call will be, and if doctor says something. So there are many apprehensions from the field when the manager joins. So there is a huge responsibility is there on a manager when he is going to the field work. Either he can drain, or he can motivate, or he can be just like a placebo. So today we will discuss about these things and how an effective leader actually can coach during the online coaching, during the live interaction with the customers. Yeah. Thank you very much. You're on mute, Yashu.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for your opinion. So I welcome all the viewers also, because our viewers are most of the pharma sales and marketing professional, to share their views in the chat box on the live or on this on the job training, on the job coaching. So this today's discussion we will having in the 4 part. One is, before going for the field work, what are the checklist one manager should have, do's and don'ts. Then we will discuss about, before entering a doctor's chamber, pre-call planning. What should be the pre-call planning? What should be the pre-call discussion among the manager and the rep? And third part, inside the clinic, what should be the role clarity? Who will do what, right? And synchronization in the role. And then fourth is post-call analysis. So in this 4 part, we will discuss about on-the-job coaching. And as I mentioned, both of our subject matter experts are already dealing with some managers. They are training and developing some managers on this aspect. So they will be able to give us real life insight of what are the ways a leader can coach a manager. So Shiv Shankar Maurya, a brief profile. Education wise, he has done graduation in chemistry from Mumbai University, having 19 years of experience in pharma sales and marketing. And he has worked with companies like Indoco Remedies, Ipca Laboratories, Percos India, Pulson Derma, Ithicare Remedies, and currently he is the head of sales and marketing in Uderma Laboratories, Uderma Skincare, which is dealing with purely unique dermatology product. And then we have Mr. Himal Pandya. Himal is the regional sales manager in Novo Medisciences, one of the very old company established in 1946 and dealing with vaccine. Himal is having, throughout his career, is having very in-depth understanding of vaccine market. What are the vaccines, and particularly pediatricians? He is having a strong hold on pediatricians, and one of the world's largest varicella vaccine, Nexipox. He is the leader, we can say, dealing with Nexipox in Novo Medisciences. And apart from Novo Medisciences, Himal has also worked in Zydus vaccine division. Overall, 18 years of experience Himal is having. He is based at Bangalore. So thank you very much, both of you, for joining today. I will start with Shiv Shankar first. Shiv Shankar, before going to the field for joint field work, what are the checklist a manager should have? Your opinion about that?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I have my own joint working manual, sir, which I follow always before I go into the field and plan my joint work. So I would like to have the around 12 points, the joint field work manual first. Before going to the field work, I first look into the performance review, achievement, call average, call coverage of the person with whom I am going to work. I work for at least, I plan for at least 3 days, minimum 3 days of working with any medical rep. And I should be aware of the doctors to whom I am going to meet. Before going for a joint field work with any of my MR, I will also like to review the last time instruction and the assignment which I was given to him. What is the status of that? I need to also be in the field at the location before my arrival, before my MR arrives. That's the ritual I follow. I try to be there at least 15 minutes before my MR is reaching to the particular location which we have decided to meet. Before every call, I always discuss and collect the information about the doctors. That is the pre-call analysis of the particular doctors. And in my call, I should be during my joint field work, I will not be finishing my day unless and until that is the last call of the day. I will not be leaving the field before the day is finished. In 2 to 3 calls, I always give the opportunity to my MRs to speak with the doctors. All the communication, I allow him to do all the communication. Even if he is doing mistakes, I don't interrupt. I just look at him, how he is dealing with the doctors. I do this every time in my joint field work. And whatever instruction and assignment I give it to my MR, I will give in the writing. A mail will be sent to his direct reporting manager and HO also. I will also note down in my diaries the point which I need to take a follow with my MR. I will also put the reminder in my mobile so that I will not be missing to taking the follow. And after each call, I will discuss about the calls, the call outcome, the lesson we have learned, follow-up to be taken. That is the part of the post-call analysis. That is in my manual. I will also self-evaluate myself, my performance, what value I have provided in terms of knowledge, wisdom, and help to my MR and to my doctors. In case if I am going to a new city or if I am planning to meet new doctors, I will be doing the thorough analysis of the doctors by checking their website, social media, and in some case, I also try to check the YouTube educational channel if a doctor is having. And after all, at the end, I don't forget to check, am I added any value or did I uplift my MRs in my joint field work? This is the manual I follow in my joint field work.
Wonderful, wonderful, Shiv Shankar. Although most of the managers are doing something, but it is a very good manual checklist. It is a good idea to keep a checklist so that any important point will not be missed. Right,
Correct.
that is a good idea you have given. So, Himal, what is your opinion about the before going to the joint field work? Generally, what you people do, what preparation you people do? Your opinion about that?
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Sir, basically, what Shiv Shankar sir has told, in the extent to that, I would like to say that many company in my present company, Novo also, we have a website where actually reportings, POBs, call coverage, call average, everything is mentioned on that, and we can very quickly we can just go through about that the detail of that particular person with whom we are planning to go. So by studying all those things, we have a brief understanding that what kind of work is happening in that territory and what kind of things that particular person is lacking. So these are the study basically we do before going to work, and also we also recall the what our last discussion has happened in the last joint call. So this is what basically we everybody managers do that. So yes, before going to do this small study, actually we do so.
Thank you very much. One important aspect of what Himal has added is link with the last call. Right. Very important is what are the discussion we had so that it will be a continuation of the discussion. Very important point. Not only that, giving a good clarity what is the objective of this joint field work and how we can get maximum out of that. I would like to take opinion of ICS sir. Although ICS sir used to do joint field work long back when he was in Sipla, but definitely then he went to SAFE and Global and he de-link with the joint field work. But definitely his opinion we can say. Sir, what you used to do our days when we were in Sipla doing joint field work? Yes, in Impulse days.
Yes, yes. So especially when I talk about the career as a overall, if you see, I started in sales, marketing, and then into IT and global. But I could say one thing: the best days that I enjoyed is the field work, because you go to a new place, you meet new people, you meet some good doctors and also the paramedical staff, and everywhere you are going there and you are making a mark. So I still have the connections with, even till today after 10 years, some of the doctors, when there is occasion, they will call or I call them, even though there is nothing to do with them and I am not in the sales. But if being a leader, when you are going to the territory, so what I used to do is, I used to pre-plan, like, what are the first thing is, if I'm going to, for example, Chandigarh, so what are the current issues that the territory has, and how many number of people, what are the challenges, who are the performers and who are the non-performers. And when you are joining with, so your call should always be with both, because generally what we do is, we have a very okay, this guy is very good, so we'll do 10 calls with him and another only 2 calls with the the laggers. But what I used to do is, I used to give time to, because it's very injustice when you are having a bias. So go there, and sometimes you find, the manager gives the feedback that, sir, ye banda kaam nahi karta hai. But when you go there and work with him, you will actually come to know he has a very great potential, but he's not having a guidance. So my pre-plan is always used to be like, I wanted to touch, okay, I want to go as per their plan, but also I will have my own checklist, which are the important doctors I have to meet, and which are the other customers, like, the stockists, and these visits during the same call, I can able to go and meet them, so that you will get a actual feedback of the person. If you are just going to the field work, meeting 10 doctors and coming back, sometimes you may not get the real flavor of that person. But when you go and meet the stockist, they will tell actually, how your products are moving, and how this guy is having a relationship with the with those stockist boys and all those things. So your pre-plan actually should include all these things. It's not only just meeting the doctors and only following their following their TP is very important, but you should also have, being a leader, at least 2-3 additional things from your side which can add value to their field work.
Sir,
Thank you,
you
sir. Thank you very
ignited
much.
ICS, sir. I would just like to add
Yes.
few things which I do every time. Stockist persons, those who are going in a field and taking the order, is one of the key person who has got a best relationships in comparison with us, because they are going every day. We go hardly once or twice in a month. So these are the key people which help us to make the new product available, to know what is exactly happening. It is most important in joint field work. As a manager, we must visit to a stockist, try to meet the most important people of the stockist, so that we can establish some relationship and we can take a help. We can help them also, and also we can take the help from them to make our products available at the most of the KOL or important or pulse chemist of the territory. It's a very important aspect to visit and establish the relationship with the salespeople or a delivery boys of the stockist.
Great,
Absolutely.
great. So, absolutely 100%. So in our vaccine uh, industry, we say that the most important person in the vaccine industry is the supply boy, not even distributor, supply boy. So who is daily carrying the vaccine in the ice box, opening the fridge without the permission of the
Maintain the
doctor.
temperature from beginning to the ending, and he has to ensure
Yeah,
the quality of the package and everything. True.
he's the most important person actually. He don't require any permission in the clinic. He just go open the door, see which are the vaccine not there, put it off, fill it off, take the check, give the bill, take the check, and a little chit chat and go back. This is how we vaccine people get the information from these people. In fact, we actually spend a lot of time with them.
सर मैं एक इसमें अपना एक सक्सेस पॉइंट भी आपसे शेयर करना चाहूंगा कि we were become I mean we were the very new company like we are just a 3 years old company. जब हमने अपना जर्नी स्टार्ट किया था ना तो काफी मतलब एक इनसिक्योरिटी थी कि हाउ आई एम गोइंग टू एस्टैब्लिश. तो आई रीथिंक ओवर इट अगेन एंड अगेन. आई केम टू नो दैट कि इस कोविड इरा में ये जो सप्लाई बॉयज है, डिलीवरी बॉयज है, इनको एंट्री मिलती है, लेकिन हम मेडिकल रेप को वहां पे एंट्री नहीं मिलती कुछ न कुछ कारणों से. तो ये सप्लाई बॉयज को मैंने यूटिलाइज किया सर टू take my reminders card, to take my product list and give it to the key pharmacies, or sometimes they are in touch with the doctors to collect the check. So they help me to convey my message, and these boys are helping me to get connect, to take appointment with the doctors. That is something very amazing has happened to me, and I could able to get associated with those important pockets where I was having a dream to get associated. क्योंकि कोविड के बाद में बहुत चैलेंजिंग हो गया था इस इम्पोर्टेंट कॉइल के साथ में एस्टैब्लिश होने के लिए सर.
True, very true. Excellent, exactly. Many people utilize that relationship. And as Himal also mentioned, in vaccine market, that stockist boy is very, very key person, because vaccines they don't keep in a medical store. It is directly supplied to doctors. So how many vaccines are there in the fridge? What is your share in the fridge matters a lot. And smart people, smart executives, they always check an inventory of doctor's fridge, that how much is my stock, how much is the competitor stock, when it is going to be finished, so that I can refill. So good that we shared this point. So what in the first part of our discussion, what we have covered, I will summarize is proper planning prevents poor performance. So what we decided is, we discussed is, planning is a very important element when you're going for on-the-job coaching. So do a proper planning, which area you are visiting, what are the issues of that territory, what is my role, how am I going to understand the issue, solve the issue, how am I going to coach and develop the person. As both of you mentioned, a checklist is a very good idea. Keep a checklist so that you will not miss an important point, and also reach beforehand, and don't deviate. As ICS told, don't deviate his tour program. Let us go through the tour program only, so that he will feel, and throughout the day, mentally and physically you should be there with him. Many a time what happens, managers go 3-4 calls they do, and they say, I got a call from HO, I have to fill the format, I have to send report, you continue, I will join you in the evening. So that is not a good culture. So we should be properly, physically, mentally should be there with him, so that we can understand the issue and coach him. So this is a P call planning. Now next, after this planning, when we go to the field, my next question is on, before entering the doctor's chamber, what should be the pre-call discussion between the manager and MR, keeping the training or objective in the view, right? So suppose there is a doctor, you both are waiting for him for 10 minutes, and then in this waiting time, what should be the discussion, what should be the manager's role? Yes, Shiv Shankar, you can put your opinion.
Yes, sir. I have a set of questions before
Yes.
the
Checklist.
going inside the doctor's chamber. First, I would like to see whether my MR is going to have a RCPA before meeting the doctors. Very important. Whether he is having those, eyes where he can see my products or the competitor product, how much quantity my product is inside the shelf, and how much is the quantity of competitor product, and also check whether he is doing a proper chemist audit or not. Most important thing. And secondly, I check currently how much business we are getting from these doctors. Second, I check how I can help my team to get the more business from this doctor. Considering our product range and the current the OPD of the doctors, what is the true potential of the doctors? Whether my MR has jotted down or he is aware what is the true potential of the doctors? Most of the time, if we are not checking it, many of the MRs, they are mentioning the potential of the doctor on the assumption. No, we have to check those things, and based on that, we need to come across the true potential of the doctor. And I will also ask my MR what was his last conversation in his previous visit, and how many times he has visited these doctors in last 6 months, and when was the last time he has provided value to the particular doctor. And in today's call, what is your planning and what you are going to discuss. And next checkpoint my comes that in what way you like me to play my role inside the clinic. These are around 9 to 10 questions I or a checklist I do before going inside the call.
Wonderful, wonderful. This is a good idea, Sri Shankar, you are giving to us, each one of us. Yeah, we as a trainer also. Although we have a rough idea ki what we should talk, but when you have a comprehensive list of the checklist, you will not miss a point. That is a good thing we are learning. Okay, so most of the companies or managers should follow this habit of keeping a checklist of before joint field work, going to what is the checklist, before entering the doctor's chamber, what should be my checklist. 2-3 important point what you shared is ask the MR ki what support he wants from me. Instead of imposing your support, let him share his opinion, and whatever input he is going to share, whether he has gone through this or not, these are some of the very important element before entering the doctor's chamber. Yes, Himal, your opinion.
Sir, I would like to tell that I'm very lucky that Shiv Shankar sir is there on the panel. So my work is very easy. He has a lot of checklists and my work is very, very easy. So rather sharing other things, I would like to say that when actually going for the real field work and you're meeting the guy and then you're entering the doctor's room, you have to make sure that your person is comfortable with you. Because as rightly Verma sir has told that when any manager is going to come on the field, so more than the opportunity, representative thinking as a fear. So basically, this relationship of a subordinator and the manager is like a husband and wife. So basically, they both have an expectation from each other, and they both feel that their expectation is more reasonable than the other one. So this is what has happened. So when we are going to enter before the doctor cabin, I think we should, along with what Shiv Shankar sir has told, we should keep in the mind that the pharma industry has been changed drastically now. It is not same as before 5-10 years was there. Now it is totally different. It is more demanding, more competitive. So what was happening earlier? There was a time when the superior manager was accompanying the MR, and he would silently observe the MR in the clinic activity, in the field behavior pattern, and then superior manager also make the observation on his diary, and finally, no, he give kind of feedback to him what he has done good, what he has done bad, and give the assignment to improve the junior work behavior, and go back to the HO and give the feedback about it. Now, the desk is a dangerous place to see the world. Here, when I say the desk is the HO, is a dangerous place to see the world. So they required some manager who come and give the feedback here what actually is happening in the ground. But sir, now thing has been changed now. When you're going for the joint work in the today's scenario, see, the superior and subordinator cannot afford to function in this manner. That's totally not possible. They have to generate the ratio 1 plus 1 is equal to more than 2. Here I mean to say that HO is seeing that when our representative is working alone and he is getting the POB of let's say some XYZ product 50 number of that,
When manager is going, then HO is expecting it should be 100 or more than 100. So this has been things has been changed recently, and this can only come if superior and subordinator, they are actually enterprising, entrepreneuring, empowering, constantly improvising, mutually inspiring, and result oriented. So yes, before entering any kind of sales call, Dr. Cabin, along with whatever Shiv Shankar sir has told, these are the things also should be in our mind.
True, very true. That is very important point you shared, both of you shared. It is said that 10 minutes before entering the doctor's chamber, manager and MR both should keep away from their Facebook and WhatsApp. As you know, deep-rooted habit, we are always there in Facebook. And at least 10 minutes before that, keep your Facebook and WhatsApp away and discuss about the call. Be in present. What is the doctor's profile? What is the current support? What is the potential? What do you want from me? What will be the role clarity? Who will do what? So that both will be mentally and physically prepared to make the call effective. Right. And I came to know of late that some companies like Mankind, they have banned using Facebook and YouTube, WhatsApp during the joint field work. We need to validate, but last week only I was in Hyderabad with ICS sir. We were meeting the pharma companies. So I came to know about this. They have not allowed, now managers are not allowed to use WhatsApp. They have some system like that during and Facebook during joint field work, so that mentally and physically managers are there with them and be able to coach them. That is a very important point. And checklist, as Shiv Shankar told, is very important element, so that clarity will be there. I say, sir, your opinion.
Yeah, so I think actually I have learned a lot of things today in the pre-call, the checklist as well as what should be done and what should not be done, because this is very relevant as Himal was quoting your social presence, and then you'll be when you are checking your WhatsApp and your Facebook, you actually miss what is happening around you. So the physically,
Yes.
when we were going in those days, we were observing what is the behavior of the paramedics. So how the paramedics behavior tells about the character of the doctor. So if there are rude paramedics and these kind of things, then you will come to know that doctor is also kind of a typical doctor, where your handling should be different, and very good reception, and everybody is respecting everybody. So you also know that doctor is also a very kind person, and you can talk more, and you can discuss about some studies or any relationship. So these are the things we used to do. But as Shiv Shankar and Himal was quoting about the current challenges and the current requirement as a manager. So one thing what come to my mind is, when you are going as a manager, your pre-work should always be from the first your colleague, because I have seen some of the managers coming from head office and they will just they will plan हम इसको ये दे देंगे और इधर भेज देंगे, and the guy is not even ready. He will say that, sir, ये तो मतलब he doesn't even give me the call, why you are doing that. So you first discuss with him your agenda. So these are the three things I'm going to discuss with the doctor, and he will take his input, and then you go into the chamber. So
Sir, Yashwant sir has given a very good thing about banning or not going in the Facebook or a WhatsApp 10 minutes before the call. But I feel that before 10 minutes, because normally we have a waiting period, sometimes more than 15 minutes or more than an hour, or we don't have exact time. But 10 minutes mentally preparation before call, we need to be mentally prepared.
Yeah.
Before that, I would like to add one point. I generally do, I go through the social media profile of the particular doctor I'm going to meet.
Yeah.
Okay. And I try to give some special comment on his post or on her post. Okay. And I try to grab some of the important aspect what he or she has discussed or posted inside the social media. And I also like to check the way of the kind of and the quality of post he or she is doing. So this, I think 15 minutes, we have to close it down. But before that, we need to have some analysis which will help me and my MR. We can train our MR to understand about the doctor.
Yes.
Sir, one of my secret is that I do give review in a Facebook, on Just Dial, on the Google before meeting a doctors, because these immediately grab the attention of doctors towards me,
Yes.
and it helped me to know about me before I am
Correct.
meeting her or him,
Correct.
so that I can pass on my message very well, in terms of, in place of wasting or means giving some, utilizing those time in introducing myself.
Yeah.
That's the
Very,
things I normally
very
do.
valid, very valid points you told about the social presence and the digital connect. Because when we were doing fieldwork, we used to Mr. Hamid used to talk about a visit without visit. So visiting a doctor without actually physically visiting there. So we used to actually send mails or kind of thing. But now you have got a lot of opportunity and the digital presence of the doctors, their Facebook, LinkedIn, and their other channels where you can actually, and Shankar is using very, very nicely and very intelligently. So this is called a digital marketing in pharma, because even though as Yashwant is telling that mankind has banned, but right now you cannot actually restrict any person in the current generation, and you are losing an opportunity actually when you are stopping them to go into the digital. Is actually you are losing because I give you the example of JB Pharma. So JB Pharma, to the colleagues, all their Indian colleagues, and as well as their entire employees, they send the personalized, like for example, today is a Makara Sankranti. So Makara Sankranti greeting is made by the head office and send it to, for example, I'm working there, so that comes to me with my name, so that I will post directly on my behalf. It is not on the JB behalf, but I'm posting on my behalf to all my customers. So in this, what happens is, one is you are ensuring the communication, the proper communication. There is, because some people may create a good one and some people may sometimes, they deviate. But the company is having a very uniformed greeting. Everybody receives the same. And those people go and post in the LinkedIn, post in the Facebook, and post to the doctors. So the way Shivashankar is doing, like, he checks his the doctors on social platforms, on the reviews. So those things, when you go through all these things, you will come to know exactly what kind of the personality the doctor is. It's called a persona of the customer, and it's very important, because if you don't know the persona, you don't know what to offer and how to offer and whether to offer or not. So very, very important point. And because digital, you cannot, it's like, if you want to ban the digital, it's like try to stop sun with a hand. So
that's great. That's great idea, sir. A very good point Shiv Shankar has added upon. Let me just do a small correction. That mankind, what they have done is, they have we have stopped them to use personal thing in WhatsApp, then personal talk on WhatsApp and Facebook. Okay, something which is relevant for the doctor, it is definitely allowed. It is a good idea, very good idea. What is the social media profile of the doctor recently, which of the conference he has visited, what are his liking, disliking. So power of social media is bound to be used. We should use also, right?
Yeah, and the
And
best way to
what pointer, what pointer?
restrict the any kind of social media
Yes,
platform is
personal use,
first
personal use.
first manager has to stop. It is like a
Exactly.
children and parent. When you as a parent you are using, you are every time you are on the Facebook and you are on the phone, you can't tell your son or daughter,
True, true.
leave it. Simple.
Exactly.
In checklist, one point I always check, and I convey this message to all my medical rep, that whether your all the dermatologists, all the doctors to whom you are meeting, are they your Facebook friend? Are you following their Instagram page?
Yeah.
If not, please do that. And I requested, and most of the people have uh, follow my request, that delete the toxic people from your social media page, the
Yes.
competitor people from your social media page.
True, true, true. Very true.
So
Very
that
true. That is
it is
really true.
going to help you in long way.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, very good discussion we had regarding use of social media. So, what we are concluding is social media should be used to understand the profile, connecting call without call, connecting with the doctor is a very powerful tool. Everyone is doing. So, social media marketing is a new term is also involved, and using that for personal chatting with the friend should be avoided because you are there to help the person, to coach the person. So mentally and physically, you should be there with them. That is what we discussed. Now, there are some of the people who have shared their views. Many people have been watching us live and sharing their views. So let me quickly take their names also and their views. Rohit Vilankar, thank you very much, Rohit, for appreciating our session. And Arumugam Marasan, good morning, all faculties and audience. Great session. Thank you very much. Deepesh Jung Shah. Verma sir, that is a very good point you have shared. Medical rep, to mind you, medical rep can be boy or girl also. Thank you very much. Deepesh says, very informative, Moria sir. The idea of checklist is really wonderful. Alok Biswas, excellent idea, Moria sir. We also follow, but not so much checklist we are not using. So thank you very much. Bharat Solanki sir is watching. Thank you very much, Bharat sir. Please share your opinion also. It is really great that these people are sharing their opinion. Sanjay Oswal, I don't know from which team, maybe you people must have
Yeah, I
shared.
know
Thank
him.
you very much. Yes, thank you very much, Sanjay Oswal ji, for joining and sharing your views. Thank you very much. So, what we have covered as of now is pre-work before going to the field work, and second, what are the discussion we should have before entering the doctor chamber. And the third point now is inside the doctor's clinic. Inside the doctor's clinic, what should be the role clarity? Many a time you agree with me that MR details the brand with visualette. Once MR will stop, the same brands, ABM will also detail without visualette. What is the difference? Same, because he is nothing to talk. And he need to talk, उसको भी सैलरी मिल रही है. That is the future. And डॉक्टर बोलता है वही चीज तो बोले यार, नया क्या बोले. Right. So the point here we will discuss, and we'll take the opinion of you. What should be the role clarity? What should be the role of MR, and how a manager can do value addition? Right, this word is very much used. How we can do value addition? We are not there to detail his visual aid. We are not there to repeat the brand. Right, we are there to add some value. So let us go with Himal to understand how a manager can add value inside the clinic. Right, Himal?
Yeah, thank you, sir. So, as assume that before entering the clinic, they have decided who is going to talk what, and then entering the clinic. The problem with the most sales manager have, when they doing joint field work, they end up taking the over the call completely.
Yes, hijack,
No,
hijack.
hijack the call. Some even forget the salesperson is there in the room. This does nothing to train or develop the sales representative. The real purpose of doing the joint field work today is that your sales representative won't need you on sales call in the future. These are basically what our idea is. So when we are in the clinic, let him talk about the product, let him talk about whatever he regularly do the detailing things and things like that. But when you come, when if your turn come after finishing the representative talk, when your turn come, you talk about the industry, you talk about the upcoming new product. Here I'm just I have a vaccine experience, so I talk about the vaccine. So which are the new vaccines are going to come, and if it is the same existing vaccine is going to come, how is going to be different than other vaccine? Why only our brand? We let's talk about the something more about the industry. And also obviously we are not going to forget talk about our brand, but it's not going to be detailing. You are going to value as something which our representative has not done it. So that is how you are going to impress a doctor. And see, for the any area, any headquarter, any doctor, who is a company? Company is the people who is meeting him. So if I'm representing no medicines, so for the my doctor, I'm a no medicines. So what is going to be my impression is going to be my company impression. I may talk more about my company. I may talk what we are going to do future, what how we are going to establish, what the new products we are coming, how it's going to help the population of India. I talk about all those things rather than only as the business. Actually, I will try to create the good impression about my company, and simultaneously I will talk good about my representative also. So his impression also will be created, and end of the day business is not going to go anywhere anyway, it's going to come. So that is what if I am there, I would do that in the clinic.
Wonderful opinion, Himal. So that there should be a very good role clarity and there should not be any confusion inside the clinic. After all, you both are sitting in front of the customer, and for customer, you both are the representative of the company. So you should not show any conflict of interest or anything confusion. Very good point you have shared. Yes, Shiv Shankar, your opinion.
Sir, here I would like to use the law of lead by John Maxwell. Uh, I would like to be little more in terms of knowledge and understanding about the products than the medical rep is concerned. Here, I would like to also check based on our analysis of the way of practice of the doctors, where my person has delivered or communicated the product of his or her style, or he has just gone through the vigilate what he is supposed, what he is doing regularly. So I would like to check whether he has communicated the product of the doctor's style. If not, I would like to add those products. Although I am taking little time to discuss one more brand, but my total intention is to be with the products which he or she has got the potential to prescribe. Okay, as I said, the law of lead, there are many small points which might have missed, which I would like to convey what my products can benefit apart from the point which is being discussed by my medical rep. Doctor, here I would like to add the advantage of the active which we have got in our, I'm just dramatizing, that it will help your patient to solve the problem. Doctor, with this benefit, I will request to add and give and offer the benefit of my products to your next patient come with this indication. This is the gap I would like to fulfill. I would not like to be the same content which I have my medical rep has introduced or a talk in front of the doctors, but I would like to add value, which that value can help the doctor's patient to solve the problem, sir.
Wonderful. Very good point you both have shared. I just want to add some value addition to the point. I don't want to repeat the pointers you told. Is very important point you told. Means not only you will add value, but the rep who is working with you, he will also learn He will also learn by observing you, and remaining 20 days, when he is doing independent work, he will follow some of the points. Suppose you are discussing corporate, you are discussing some therapy area, you are discussing some conferences, you are discussing some interventions. So those things will be input for him, and sometimes when independently he is working, those skill he will develop and he will start discussing with them, so that his in-clinic discussion will not limited to product.
Products only, yes.
Yes, yes, yes. That is a good point. Yes, sir. Ashish sir, your opinion.
Yeah, so it's actually when you talk about the joint fieldwork and in-clinic effectiveness, actually pharma is the only marketing where your customer is more knowledgeable than you. Okay.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You are a India business head or you are the global head. Still, your doctor is much better than you in the transfer of knowledge. So you can never go and teach him, first of all. And the second thing is, when you are going and entering into the MDDM doctor or any top profile, you always think that okay, मतलब इतना senior है, मैं मतलब मैं क्या बात करूं, just will go there and sir, thank you very much, please continue the support. These are some of the usual words we use as a managers. But there is one thing called executive presence. Okay, when you go as a manager, you should have that executive presence. That means when you go there, एक माहौल बनता है ना, मतलब जो manager आता है, there are few people have that carry with that aura. So मतलब थोड़ा सा उनका confidence आ जाता है लोगों में. So your people should be motivated when you go there. When you are with him, that is the difference between the other captains and MS Dhoni. When MS Dhoni is on the in the ground, anyone used to play, any batsman, everybody, they can play with complete heart and they always used to perform, because they know that even if they do any mistake, he will take care. उसका ये थे कि मेरा मैनेजर मुझे बचाएगा और मुझे खूब मतलब मेरा ये दिल लगा के मुझे खेलना है, बस उतना ही है. The same thing when your person understands that मेरा मैनेजर है मुझे टेक केयर करने के लिए, मुझे जस्ट काम करना है. So that confidence you have to build, and that the best place is within the chamber. So when you're discussing with a doctor who is very educated and very high profile, and when you're talking to him in a very good language, he will understand, okay, we can also talk, we are not less than them, because most of the sales guys are graduates and MBAs and B Pharmacy grads, and they have good knowledge, but only thing is they fear, मतलब वो doctor ये question पूछे तो क्या होगा. And doctor try love when you talk science, when you talk some their language, but only problem is they don't find value addition, especially when many people go, they think that's a waste of time for them, so that's why they don't entertain. But when you're talking some sense, when you're talking a latest trial, probably that he maybe he has gone as a speaker and presented a paper, and that you just touch on that topic. Sir, I think last week you went to Dubai and in this Dermacon you have presented this paper, and sir, I would like to know more about some insights. वो खुद ही मतलब he will feel happy. कोई बंदा तो आके sense बात कर रहा है, because so, and these are the things that we are teaching to our field, our boys and girls. Otherwise, what happens, I have seen many managers, even I worked with them, they used to come after my detailing of 3 products. Sir, from my side, this XYZ product. अरे वो XYZ product पूछने के लिए तुमको मतलब you have to come from 100 kilometers and you have to stay in a hotel, and you have all the allowances. It's that's why we don't respect those kind of managers. So respect किसको मिलता है? जो बंदा आके value add करता है clinic में, and he will give confidence, and that confidence will be there for at least 30-35 days.
So it is very
Wonderful.
important to know the latest trend. For
Uh-huh.
that, we have to be in connect. We have to give time and learn about the latest trend, because आज के समय में everything is available on internet. But when we discuss about the latest trend, you means we are all welcome by the our customers. That is most important thing, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
True, true, true. Punaraj.
Points.
Very important, very good discussion we had. Really, very practical points. Actually, most of the points are practical points. So we have last 10 minutes. So three sections we have already covered. That is pre-work, pre-call planning, in-clinic discussion. And just to summarize, what are the pointers we covered in in-clinic discussion is there should be very good clarity between the role of manager, role of MR. MR need to do the detailing and demanding. It is his job. But manager can do value addition either by discussing company corporate, discussing about what is happening in the advancement in the technology, new molecule, new technology, new discoveries, interventions, and also relationship building, so that the MR also will learn and doctor will treat him differently because he's adding value instead of repeating the brand name. That is a very good point we discussed. And as we mentioned, we should observe. This is the only time when manager is able to observe his MR, how he is performing in my absence. So many managers, they try to do all the detailing and they think my MR is learning. No, he will be enjoying that. If you do all the detailing with visual aid and your manager will just carry you in the bike, then he will not learn. So smart managers, they allow the MR to do detailing so that they will be able to observe and later on they will be able to train them. One or two detailing where the key opinion leaders are there, key business leaders are there, then definitely you can take charge and you can lead and detail, but let 8, 9 calls, let him do. So in that way, he will be able to learn. So this is what we discussed. Now, last points. Once the discussion is over, once the inclined discussion is over, demanding is done, then you have come out from the chamber. After that, one very important element is called feedback. And feedback is a very, very important element in on-the-job coaching. How feedback you are giving, because it is said that feedback is the breakfast of champion. All the big champions across the world, they seek feedback because only feedback will be allowing them to improve. And coach like Messi, Ronaldo, Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli, how they improve? They improve based Saina Nehwal. They based on the feedback of their coach. Their coach, everyone will appreciate, but coach will be very critical in giving feedback. Coach will appreciate good point, but definitely area of improvement you will be able to know through coach. So, what is your opinion? After coming out, we can start with Shiv Shankar again. After coming out from the chambers, how we should give feedback? What are the things we should keep in mind in giving feedback?
So, the first of all, we need to appreciate if the call is gone very well, where
Something good will be there.
yeah,
Something good will be.
something good will be. We need to appreciate our medical rep if he has done well. Even if he has done well for a 10%, we need to appreciate so that he will positively
Motivation.
take our suggestion.
Yes,
If
yes.
we talk only negative, he will not take our suggestion. Okay. Second thing is that we need to ask, what do you think, how you have handled this call? What will be your next action to get the best outcome from these doctors? And how will you make sure that you will be going to remember all those discussions which we had inside our call? What different things you will do next time? And what did you learn and observe from this call? The feedback is very important. And tell me, to take the follow-up, what help you require from my side? And
Wonderful. Yes,
yeah,
yes, continue, continue, continue.
on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is the best, what will you rate this call, overall conversation inside the clinic?
So my learning is whichever question is there, Shiv Shankar sir is ready with the checklist. That is the best part. That is the best part. 10-point checklist is ready. You ask
10-point
question,
checklist, yes.
10-point checklist. This is a
Wow.
wonderful learning we have got because nothing will be missed. The best part is no point will be missed. But good. But all the pointers you told is really very good. Whoever made this checklist is very thoughtful person. Lot of brainstorming is going on in making this checklist because this will give a very good clarity. As sir told, start with the positive point. Definitely appreciate. It is said, catch your MR doing something right. Managers are expert in catching wrong thing and mistakes and scolding them. But a smart manager should catch something doing right and then appreciate him. Wonderful, yeah. Your pronunciation was good. Arey, wow, doctor knows you very well. Like that. So he will feel good. And then what do you think? Where is the area of improvement? Instead of giving your suggestion, let him know his opinion, whether he has identified or not. Is a good idea, right? So Himal sir, what is your opinion on giving feedback?
Sir, as I mentioned earlier, also thanks to Shiv Shankar sir, he's making my works too easy by 10-point checklist. By giving this 10-point checklist, every manager should have in their mind after they finishing the call that the successful sales manager understand uh, they will be more successful when they do work through and with other people. Like they are confident with their personal selling ability, but they also know that they will be more successful if they teach their team to sell and make them feel good about it. So here what I would like to say is, if you lost a sale, help them to learn from it and move on. If you close a sale together, give them all the credit and recognition for it. So let them feel good about it. As a sales manager, you take all of the crap but none of the glory. So that has to be you have to do it end of the call, because the sales management has a no place for your ego. So if you have that thing, you can't develop the many people. And at the end of the day, you are not leader if you don't develop anybody else. So definitely with the Shiv Shankar sir, what has given the 10 point, with all those things, there are the back of our mind, this understanding has to be there. So then only we are going to develop the people whatever way we want to develop it. And when we are talking about here, I want to make a point that if you, okay, you told him that, okay, you appreciated him for doing the good work and everything is fine. And you noticed something improvement area. So when you're talking about the improvement area, you have to talk the way he like to listen. I mean, you have to make him comfortable while listening all those things, and you have to take his concern and we have to ask him how I can help you to improve in all those things. So this has to be done there, and then we have to assign the kind of assignment, whatever next he's supposed to do it, and we have to help him in improving all this.
Good, good, very good point. So very good, well covered all the points of giving feedback, and definitely post-call chemist visit is also very, very important. Whatever doctor has said, ki I will write this, I will prescribe this. This information should be given to chemist so that he will be keeping the product available accordingly. Right, that is what is very important point. And let us go to the last point. Your 3 days joint field work is over. And some of the good points, some of the area of improvement. Now, before going to your headquarter, before leaving his territory, what type of assignment we should give? Overall feedback, what type of assignment we should give to the person so that he will get an overall value addition and he'll be prepared for the next call, right? Next month or something. So, what is your opinion? Do you think before leaving the headquarters, we should give some assignment, some overall feedback, area of improvement, so that in our absence also the person is being developed? Yes, Shiv Shankar sir. Then we'll
So
go to IC
here
sir.
I would like to give two aspect. One, I will give a positive points. The
Yes.
best thing is he having where he is doing well. And second, I will not say the negative point, but the area of improvement. The area of improvement is like the communications, whatever based on our experience, the product knowledge, the planning of the calls, overall entire day, how we have spent, the discipline of coming on the time, the behavior in the waiting area of my medical rep, the behavior of medical rep inside the clinic, how he is, having the attire, wearing the attire, the overall those experience I feel I will be sharing with him. And not only that, I will pass on this information to the next manager who is going to work with him or her, so that he can also able to see the improvement after my visit.
Wonderful, wonderful point. So, because you people being second line, third line manager, there are some managers also working under you. This point I missed. So that the entire conversation, entire process should be known to him also. He should be also be in loop. So that after you are working, when he is going, he will not drag the person to a different way. Right? You are leading in a different way, he is leading in a different way,
Yes.
person will be confused. So there should be a very good alignment. That is a good point Shushankar told. So whatever discussion you had, whatever assignment you have, you give the information to your first line manager so that he will follow up accordingly. He will build up accordingly. Yes, Himal sir, your opinion.
Yes, sir, along with what Shivshankar sir has told, that the giving the assignment is definitely very, very important, because see, once you have observed the sales representative ability to perform the skill properly, you must motivate and push them to use it repeatedly. Development, actually, it's not a complete until proper use of skill is a internalized habit that is performed unconsciously. Like morning we get up, we brush the teeth, we take a bath, and all. It is like unconsciously we are just doing it. So when we have done the joint work, there definitely some kind of skills we have given him, we have taught him, we have demonstrated him, we have observed that he's doing, and we have observed that. So now that thing should come inbuilt. It should come habit, and for that it's very important that we have to give the kind of assignment which is going to help him to do so. And see, in fact, some managers, they say that the coaching stage is actually never ending process. It has to keep going, keep going, keep going. So definitely we have to give the kind of good assignment which is going to help him and develop the better skill for it.
Thank you very much, Hemal sir. One last point I like most in our training also it is said, coaching is like bathing. You need to have daily. Right?
Daily.
If you say ki only Sunday I will bath, I will not bath, or every day Sunday I will not. Bathing you have to have every day. Coaching is like that. Daily. It is a continuous process. It is a continuous process. कि साल में एक बार coaching होगा, महीने में एक बार ऐसा नहीं. Continuously you need to guide them, coach them, train them, so that they will improve. So that is what a very wonderful thing. It is a continuous process. On field, off field, up to you. Coaching के लिए every time there is no need, you have to go. 3 days you have done on-field coaching, then through your internet, mobile, WhatsApp, you can coach them, give some assignment, ask for feedback, give some assignment continuously, so that overall they will improve. Wonderful things. So thoroughly enjoyed today's session. We'll go to ICS sir now. Overall feedback. Sir, anything we missed, you can add some point and closing remarks. ICS sir.
Yeah. So it was, I think, very, very wonderful discussion.
Santosh is joining. We'll take after you. We'll take opinion of Santosh also. Huh? Go ahead.
Achha. Okay, great. So what I used to do, especially when I was going for the field work and after completion, I used to take them to some outside, एक दाबा जैसा, मतलब वहाँ पे, मतलब they will open up, and then they had a very good dinner kind of thing, and then they will share their personal views, the personal problems also sometimes. and you have to listen to them very empathetically. And if you can, help them in anywhere, अरे यार वो इतना प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, ठीक है, तुमको 1-2 दिन का लीव चाहिए तो ले लो, but come back with a complete well-being. So these kind of the personal touch also very important when you're leaving the territory, so that उसको ये लगे कि अरे ये बंदा he is not just coming for the business, मतलब उसको मेरा बारे में मतलब he want me as a brother, or he want me as a मतलब as a younger brother, he is guiding me. तो एक बार if you are able to make that impression, he will never leave the organization, or at least your team. So this is how genuinely, it is genuinely, you have to be connected with them personally and emotionally. Then only you can actually bring the best in any of the colleagues. So this is what I used to do when I was going. I used to ask their personal anything where we can, any nearby manager can help them, and then guide them towards their any personal problems. Or sometimes you go to the, when there is a birthday or any occasion, you go and visit their home, meet their parents. So this will create a lot of bonding with the entire family. So even if a person want to leave ना, उनका पेरेंट्स बोला गया नहीं नहीं यार वो ऐसा अच्छा बंदा का मतलब अच्छा सर को क्यों छोड़ के जा रहा है, ठीक है तुमको 2000 ज्यादा आएगा लेकिन ऐसा सर तो तुमको मिलेगा नहीं, because everybody wants a very good company of people. So you need to, as a manager, it's very very important, you have to build a family relationship or a family, because at the end of the time, you just imagine how much time you are spending with family and how much time you are spending in the field. 70-80% we are spending in the field only. So that is where actually we are spending, our family is there, maximum family is there. So when you are there, don't be just like a business relationship. मैं आता हूँ, just I will do the calls and I will only say hi, hello, and and I will not talk anything on personal. No, that is very very wrong, because my personal experience is you connect with them emotionally and they will never leave. And I still tell you, those people who are in different companies, still they respect me, and still they, if anything comes to my requirement, they will always be there to take care. So this is a kind of so post call, giving assignments and all those things should be there, but never forget the personal touch and their taking care, bonding, building a bonding.
Yes, true.
So
Very very
most
important
of the time
point.
I have seen that as a manager we have a limited budget to celebrate a success or spend some good time with the medical rep, as you said. बट मेरा ऐसा मानना है कि सर हम वो बजट से ना कभी थोड़ा सा ऊपर जाके भी अगर किसी को खर्च कर देना, जो इमोशन कनेक्ट आपका बनेगा ना, मुझे नहीं लगता लाइफ में कभी किसी और कनेक्शन से ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होगा. सर आप बिलीव नहीं करेंगे, हमारे यू डर्मा में एट्रिशन रेट केवल 10% है या 15%.
Very very less.
Good, very good. So little small celebrations will keep the team bond and
sir.
intact. That is a good point. So before going to closing remarks to Shiv Shankar and Himal, we'll ask Santosh Gowda, please put on your video also and share your opinion. Santosh Gowda, he has joined us live. Please unmute your mic. He is from Himal's team. Santosh, Himal,
Yes, he's from Shimoga.
Shimoga, okay.
So Shimoga, Santosh, want to share your opinion?
Unmute, Santosh.
Unmute. Okay, no issue. He will do that. So, Shiv Shankar sir, your closing remarks. How did you like this session? Your feedback?
Sir. Yeah, thank you so much. Many learnings from all of you, and it was a great privilege to be on this platform. And thanks to Yaswant sir, काफी बार सर ने मोटिवेट किया, बट कहीं ना कहीं मेरे अंदर एक एंजाइटी या डर था. आई कुड नॉट एबल टू मेक इट. और कल ऑल ऑफ सडन सर ने जब ही टोल्ड मी, तो आई सेड आई एम नॉट प्रिपेयर्ड, बट आई थॉट कि यस आई हैव सम so much of experience and I can be able to, if I can able to give some of the value to the viewers, I will be more than happy if I am added value to my conversation.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining. We look forward to you again and again in
Surely,
this
sir.
platform. And do come to Hyderabad on
Sir,
Sundays
I'm
when
there
not.
always. You
Yes,
know,
yes, you are always.
wherever
I know, I
LPC
know.
is there,
Every
be it
LPC
India, be
conclave
it
you attend.
outside, I'm there with
Yes,
LPC.
do come, do come. We'll build a learning community. Yes, Himal, your opinion, closing remarks and feedback.
Yeah, in closing remark, also I want to do copy paste of Steve Shankar sir because Yashwant sir called me also yesterday only, and I also was not prepared about it,
And
and
you were
I
in
also
haircut.
thought that
He
because
was
there
in a
was 2 day
tourist place.
holiday. Yeah, I was. I mean, there was yesterday also was a holiday for us, so I had taken that opportunity. But I also thought that okay, at least we have worked this much, we can talk something. So that is how I am here. I would like to thank Yashwant sir. I would like to thank I.C. Verma sir and also Shiv Shankar sir because he has given me now a lot of checklists. I have to prepare a lot of checklists for my team
Don't prepare, we will give you.
now.
You will share.
In
The
fact,
list we will give you.
no, yeah. In fact, Yashwant sir has made the kind of one review format, sir. If you remember, after doing the joint call, you give the marks in the particular parameter how much it is there, and then next time come again and again you give the marks. So that all those things we follow here. But I would like to thank LPC team to give me the opportunity here, and I would like to thank the people who has heard me here. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much. It was nice interaction with you all without any preparation, all extempore we talked, but we talked about our experience. That is the best part.
Yes.
When you talk about your experience of 18 years, no need of any PPT, right? So it was a wonderful session. We were able to touch upon each and every point of on-the-job coaching, right? We thank all the viewers also for their active participation, sharing their thoughts. Last but not least, Mr. Adil Pasa also have appreciated it very well. VRH Health is written. Thanks to Mr. Himal Pandya sir for guiding us. It was in right way. It was a wonderful session. We are at Health is written. His name is not written. Happy Sankranti to all. So thank you very much, Adil, and we are at Health. Thank you very much, Santosh, for joining. It was a great session, and we look forward to the viewers for our LPC 150. The 150th episode we are going to have. It is a big achievement for us that we are going to complete 150 episode on Sunday, 12th of March in Hyderabad. National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, NIPER, is one of the Government of India enterprise. It is a best premium institute of pharmaceutical education, where we are going to have this in the campus, in auditorium. So we welcome each one of you across pharmaceutical industry to join this event in a big gathering. Connect with me, ICS sir and Arpan, for more details, and we look forward to welcome you all. Once again, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you,
Thank you.
Imagika Health, for our support.
Thank you, Imagika.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Yeah.
Keep in touch.
Sure.
Thank you very much, and happy Makar Sankranti to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Happy Shankar.
Same to you. Same to you.